Jericho. A name whispered in awe and fear. A city that stood as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. Its walls, mighty and impenetrable, guarded a city of wealth and splendor. These walls, built with precision and strength, were the pride of its people, a symbol of their power and their ability to withstand any threat. The sun beat down on bustling markets, the air thick with the scent of spices and the sounds of commerce. Merchants from distant lands gathered here, their colourful stalls brimming with exotic goods, creating a vibrant tapestry of life and culture. Laughter mingled with the shouts of merchants, children chased through crowded streets, and life unfolded beneath the watchful gaze of the imposing walls that had stood for generations. The city thrived, its people confident in their security and prosperity. Yet, beneath the surface of prosperity, a current of unease ran through the city's veins. The once unshakable confidence of Jericho's inhabitants began to waver. Whispers of the approaching Israelites, their God and their victories, had seeped through even Jericho's mighty defenses. These whispers grew louder each day, spreading like wildfire through the streets and markets. Fear, like a serpent, coiled in the hearts of the people, hidden beneath their outward displays of confidence. The once proud city now faced an uncertain future, its fate hanging in the balance as the threat of the Israelites loomed ever closer. On the outskirts of this vibrant city, in a house built into the very walls themselves, lived Rahab. Her home, a testament to Jericho's strength, was also a symbol of her own precarious existence. Rahab, a woman of undeniable beauty, carried a past that clung to her like a shadow. Her reputation, whispered in hushed tones, marked her as an outsider. She knew the judging eyes of Jericho's elite, felt the sting of their scorn. But Rahab had learned to navigate the darkness, to find her own path in the shadows. The rumors reached Rahab's ears like everyone else's. The Israelites were drawing closer, their God a fearsome entity who commanded the very elements. She listened to the tales with a mixture of trepidation and strange hope. Could this be the change she yearned for? The chance for a new beginning? One cool evening, as the sky turned the color of bruised plums, two strangers arrived at her doorstep. They were Israelites, their faces etched with fatigue, but their eyes sharp and alert. Rahab recognized them for what they were, spies come to scout the impenetrable city. A tremor of fear ran through her, but a deeper instinct took hold. These men represented something more than just a threat. They carried with them the weight of destiny. In a split second, a decision was made. She invited them in, concealing them within the warren of her home. As she ushered them to the roof, her heart pounded against her ribs, a drumbeat of rebellion against the fate that seemed to await Jericho. She hid them beneath stalks of flax, praying their presence would remain undiscovered. Section 5. The King's Men Close In. The knock came just before dawn. Rahab's breath caught in her throat. The King's men, their faces grim, stood at her door. They were searching for the Israelite spies, their suspicions swirling like dust devils in the morning air. Rahab met their gaze with a calmness she did not feel. "I have seen no spies," she said, her voice steady. They searched her home, their eyes missing nothing, their presence a suffocating weight. Rahab's mind raced, each creak of the floorboards, each rustle of fabric, a symphony of fear. Section 6. A Covenant Forged in Darkness. The King's men left, their suspicions lingering like smoke. Rahab, her body trembling with relief, returned to her hidden guests. In the quiet of the pre-dawn light, a covenant was struck. Rahab would protect the spies, and in return, they would plead for her life and the lives of her family when Jericho fell. A crimson cord, the color of blood and sacrifice, was hung from her window, a sign, a promise, a beacon of hope in the gathering storm. As the spies slipped into the night, Rahab felt a strange sense of peace settle over her. She had chosen her side. Section 7. Awaiting the Dawn. The days that followed were a blur of anticipation and dread. Rahab's heart pounded with every sunrise, each day bringing her closer to an uncertain fate. The city thrummed with nervous energy. The marketplace, usually a hub of vibrant activity, was now filled with hushed whispers and furtive glances. The Israelites were camped outside the walls, their presence a suffocating pressure. The city's inhabitants could feel the tension in the air, a palpable sense of impending doom. Rahab went about her days, her secret a heavy weight in her heart. She had made a choice, one that could either save her family or lead to their destruction. She could only wait and pray that her faith in the God of the Israelites was not misplaced. Her prayers were fervent, her hope fragile but persistent. Each morning, she would rise and touch the scarlet cord hanging in her window, a tangible reminder of the promise made, and the danger that lurked just beyond her doorstep. The cord was her lifeline, a symbol of her pact with the spies. The fear was ever present, but so too was a glimmer of hope, a belief that she was on the right side of destiny. Rahab clung to that hope, believing that her actions would lead to a new beginning, a dawn that would bring salvation and peace. Section 8. The walls tremble. Then it began. The Israelites marched around the city, their trumpets blaring, a sound that seemed to shake the very foundations of Jericho. The ground trembled beneath their feet. The walls vibrated with an ominous hum. Terror gripped the hearts of Jericho's citizens as the earth itself seemed to rise up in anger. For 6 days, the procession continued, the sound of the trumpets growing louder, the tension thicker with each passing hour. Rahab, her family huddled around her, could only watch as her world crumbled around her. Section 9. Jericho's fall, Rahab's rise. On the 7th day, as the sun reached its zenith, a great roar split the heavens. The earth shuddered, and with a deafening crack, the walls of Jericho came tumbling down. Dust and debris filled the air, choking the remaining cries of terror. In the midst of the chaos, Rahab and her family stood safe, sheltered by the crimson cord that marked their home. As the dust settled, a new dawn broke over the ruins of Jericho. The Israelites had conquered, their God proving his might. But amidst the destruction, there was also salvation. Rahab, the outcast, the woman of ill repute, had found redemption. Section 10. A new beginning. Rahab emerged from the rubble, blinking in the sunlight that streamed through the shattered remains of the once impregnable walls. The air, though thick with dust and the smell of destruction, felt lighter, freer. She was no longer just Rahab the harlot, the woman whispered about in hushed tones. She was Rahab, the woman who had defied her people and found favor in the eyes of the one true God. She joined the Israelites, her family by her side, and together they walked into a future as uncertain as it was promising. The past was gone, buried beneath the rubble of Jericho, and a new chapter in her life was about to begin. Section 11. The Legacy of Rahab, a story of faith and courage. Rahab's story is a timeless testament to the power of faith and the boundless nature of God's grace. Her journey is one that transcends time, echoing through the ages as a powerful reminder of what it means to believe. She was an unlikely hero, a woman ostracized and judged by her society. In a world that often turned its back on her, Rahab stood firm, her spirit unbroken by the harsh judgments cast upon her. Yet she dared to believe, to trust in a God she had never known, a God whose power and mercy she had only heard of in whispers. Her faith was not born of familiarity, but of a deep, unyielding hope. And in doing so, she not only saved herself and her family, but also became a symbol of redemption and courage. Her actions were not just for her own survival, but for the preservation of those she loved, but also etched her name in the annals of history. Rahab's name is now synonymous with bravery and faith, a testament to the impact one person can have on the world. Her story reminds us that redemption is available to all, regardless of their past. No matter the mistakes or the missteps, there is always a path to grace and forgiveness. It is a story of courage, of choosing faith over fear, and of standing firm in the face of overwhelming odds. Rahab's courage was not just in her actions, but in her unwavering belief in a better future, and of the transformative power of a single act of defiance. Her decision to help the spies was a turning point, a moment that changed the course of history. Rahab's legacy lives on, a beacon of hope for all who seek a second chance, a reminder that no one is beyond redemption. The crimson cord she hung from her window is a symbol of her faith and the salvation it brought, a testament to the truth that even in the darkest of times, even when all seems lost, there is always a glimmer of hope. Rahab's story teaches us that light can break through the darkest clouds. Even in the most unexpected of places, grace can be found. Her journey from outcast to hero is a powerful reminder that no matter where we start, it is our faith and courage that define our legacy.